Hey, welcome back everyone. This is just a little bit of extra. We did some more forward driving south from Northhead. I just wanted to include this as something separate because essentially originally I was making my way to that nice big sandy patch. Those are the tracks we were looking at to try and get us there. So this is coming back out from the bunker, so if you didn't see the video from the Sandy Cake trip, this is from Northhead, so we're heading back out from that point. So if you didn't see it, you can always go back and have a look if you're interested in watching that video. I'll put the link in the description. Out of here is kind of fun because it's nice and soft, a little bit interesting. You get a nice bit of sideward movements, a bit of angles going through some of this stuff. So it's quite a bit of fun if you like the full driving component of it. So if you do, there is quite a few tracks all through these sections as you go south. That you can explore, and yeah, you can see here, like this is a nice little one that nice little hill to climb. You can see they're nice and soft, so it doesn't require too much to get through. As long as you've got your tyres already deflated, you should be able to managing all this without too much of an issue. Every now and again you'll see me stopping. I'm choosing the best way to go forward, so this one's the left hand side track. Cutaway, that's the track I'm on at the moment. That's it. You missed it, but as I was going up there, you got a nice little tilt on the vehicle left there. There's a few of them that actually like that, where it's a little bit of fun. Most of it is just what I'd say is half decent forward driving, so a stock car could get you through most of this as long as you deflate your tyres and you know your limitations. So if you're doing all that, then most of this is all good. So at the moment I'm starting to try and head towards, because there's so many different tracks that you can weave your way throughout this whole thing. It does at times get a little bit close in with some of the bushes. I did go slow at moments, especially as I go over hills like this, because obviously I don't know where the crests are. So this is where we're heading at the moment, the arrow and then the red line is because the red line isn't actually, I've had to mark that manually. It's just going up this hill. There was, I think, a wombat hole. That's why I sped up a little bit there to go through that one, because I wasn't sure. Let's get a little bit sandy track. Here's another one of the hills. I've cut out a few of them, but this is another one of those hills that you've got to get up. So as long as you go nice and easy, they aren't, or they weren't much of an issue for me in the Triton. And I was sitting on about 20 psi, do what I operate on, especially in this. And yeah, it is a bit of a tight squeeze in some of these areas, as you can see just about coming up. I whacked my side mirrors here, so if you've got a bigger car than mine, you'll probably hit some of those bushes. So here's some of that softer sort of section of the sand, and some of the tracks that we're taking as we head towards that sand, that big open area. But you get sections like this, which is sparse, so you can see a lot further. There's some hilly area, so we've made it into where the end of the red is. We stopped just prior to this, and then there's a hill, so we're going to climb a hill to get up and then into the actual sand section. So this nice little hill here, nice to go up, and then it's a little weedy section, and then you go back down. I actually did this first by going up and just stopping at the crest, because if I haven't gone over that hill, you don't want to go up full steam ahead and then go down the other side if you don't know what's there. So either get out and check, or go up, stop at the crest and have a look, and then you can always reverse back because gravity will take you back. So this is that big open area, so we end up in that big open area. I was hoping that it would be kind of sheltered, but this is actually even worse, so we're all in that sand bowl in there. So I decided, let's get out. There was a track that was right up the end. It took us around to another section, so I decided to take this track because there's heaps of different tracks through here, so it's fun if you wanted to just explore with your four-wheel drive and have a decent time four-wheel driving. So this isn't that difficult, but it does get kind of hard because there's a lot of wind which blows. You can see how much my antenna's wiggling. That's the amount of It's just rocking that's going on through the car as we're going through all that bumpy section. But it's very deceiving because you come to this edge, you can't actually quite tell, but this actually drops off all around my vehicle. To come to the set area, to come down from where I was, and then around. So I made sure everyone else, we were in the group, they went a different way, so I made sure they didn't come up the same way I did too, to make sure we avoid that. So then you come down and then you can find the main track that heads you through, which is where those arrows are pointing, so you can tell that even on Google Maps it'll show you. And once again, we're going to have a bit of a tight squeeze here with some of those bushes. And so even in my one, yeah, otherwise you just see something knocking there. So you've got some areas that are like this where it gets a little bit close, so if you're worried about scratching your car, yeah, I wouldn't go that way, but hey, that's part of four-wheel driving. So this is, we're heading up towards that main, I think there was an arrow you'll see us soon shortly. We're heading back towards the sea. This is nice and easy ground that we're on, so that's the road we're on, and we're heading right to the circle point, which is right at the top towards the beach. I was hoping it might be possible to get down from the beach, but you can just see in the distance there the tracks that are leading up towards the top of those hills. So there's a couple leading off in a few directions. To the right, just don't go anywhere. One straight up takes you to a nice flat place, and you had a nice view of the ocean. Once again, it was all weeded, nice little bit of fun there. And that's that flat place. Now if there was no wind, this would be a nice little spot to stay. Very windy time. So I decided to go south to see if I could find anything of more interest or a better location. Yeah, to the left of so not the track on the right, the left was actually quite on an angle. It was almost, one side of my car was almost rubbing up against the side of the sand. You can see here again as I've come down, I was on a really kind of steep angle like that, and my passenger side door was actually resting up against that sand wall. And that's some of the track there ahead of me. You can see how bad that is, full of wombat holes, and wouldn't have been ideal to go through, so ended up not going any further south, and that was pretty much it. Called it and drove straight back out towards the area. So just a little quick one just to show you some of that four-wheel driving that we did further south. So if you're interested in four-wheel drive tracks, there's a lot of them there. If you like the video, please hit like, subscribe, helps us out immensely, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you for listening.